Okay, my friends, so here's a survey done, kind of related to the introduction for the day, which was the distracted driving. 86% of drivers support hands-free legislation. Okay, I love the headline, gets your attention. It's kind of what I want to see. You know, it's letting me know that, what is that, 7 out of every 8 drivers support hands-free legislation. But the problem is that it gives the false impression that they actually asked every single driver. They did not ask every single driver. So you look a little bit more deeply into the article. A new study, here we go, from Nationwide, and you could open that PDF if you want. It's the important stuff is on this webpage. Americans overwhelmingly support new laws to curb distracted driving. Okay, maybe. But we didn't ask all Americans. Who did we ask? Well, it's got a footnote right there, number 1. I'm going to scroll down and find that footnote, and it's down here, probably at the bottom, like they usually are. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Survey methodology. Edelman Data and Intelligence conducted a national online survey of 1,000 adults ages 18 plus, U.S. car-owning consumers on behalf of Nationwide. Okay, so Nationwide paid for this study. Great. The study was fielded from March 4th to March 11th, 2022. Great. Has an overall margin of error of plus or minus 3% at the 95% confidence level. Okay, those two percentages are very important. We're going to talk more about 95% confidence after the next playlist, day 2 of confidence. I want to focus on this 3% margin of error right now because that's where we are. And I want to focus, was it 86% up here? Is that right? 86%. Okay, let's take a look at that at the chalkboard. Okay, friends, so similar to the Songbird study, we did a survey, or Nationwide, I guess, hired out a survey to be done. And 86% of, well, the headline's misleading. 86% of American drivers want hands-free legislation. No. 86% of the sample folks that were surveyed want hands-free legislation. Okay, so this happens a lot. When you read a headline, it makes it sound like they've actually done a census and gotten the parameter. Almost never does that actually happen. Almost never. So they get the sample of 86%. They actually even told us what the sample size was, didn't they? They told us that the sample was 1,000 survey respondents. That'll come in handy beginning in next week when we actually start calculating margins of error ourselves. This week is really just about the mechanics of confidence intervals. They also mentioned that 95% confidence. I'm going to talk more about that in day 2 for this lesson, not right now. Again, today I just want to put the p-hat and the margin of error together. And notice that all of the statistics we've looked at so far in these studies that I found are all about sample proportions. That's not necessarily the case. You can have confidence intervals around any statistic whatsoever. The statistic and the margin are going to match each other with their units, but it just so happens the first 3 I found were percentages. Okay, so we got a sample percentage of 86%, margin of error of 3%. Let's put it together. 86% minus 3% is going to be 83%. 86 plus 3 is going to be 89%. So I am confident, statistically confident, that between 83% and 89% of Americans, age 18 plus, I believe, are in favor of hands-free legislation for driving. I'm never going to know the true value, but I am statistically confident that between 83% and 89% are in favor of hands-free legislation. Cool. Let's do 2 more videos. In the next one, I'm going to kind of show you how, another visual of what a confidence interval is, using a fish tank, our son's fish tank actually. And then I'm going to show you the results of my distracted driving study. And then I think we'll be ready for homework.